How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lo4f, and today I'm going to go and do a mission. I'm back on my first playthrough. I was missing the old professionals, Dolphin and Lo4f, and yeah, I'm going to go and do this mission called Cliffhanger. I've got to go to quarry, and there's like a little TUZ-166 kind of at the top end of the quarry, abandoned. Yeah, I need to fix it and add some fuel. I believe the repair points is, again, it shrinks the screen, but it's less than 300 anyway, so a Lo4f with a roof rack is enough to do it. Same with the fuel. Fuel's not a lot either, plus you could just quickly transfer some fuel over from one of your trucks and take it back afterwards. So yeah, it was a pretty good excuse to bring Dolphin and Lo4f. Just quickly while I'm at it, I put muds on this for a change, and yeah, I already nearly started stalling there, driving out the yard, which I'm pretty damn certain I've drove out there a hell of a lot of times with the Dolphin, with chained, and for some reason, yeah, it bogged down then. It wasn't enjoying it. Like I say though, yeah, I've got to go to quarry, so starting on Zimnogorsk. Again, it's a bit of a late one tonight. Yeah, I'll see my brother in that earlier. Apparently national lockdowns or something, but I can assure you there's the same amount of cars driving around that I don't think anyone really gives a shit. We tend not to listen when it's stupid. Yeah, this is one of the issues. I just obviously came through the gateway. First thing I hope they bloody fix in this next patch, because they should have fixed it ages ago, is every time you go through a gateway, stuff seems to go invisible. I mean, in the end, yep, that's why you don't prostate a Lo4f. He wasn't happy about it. He had to tell the crane and we're back to normal. But yeah, first off is the fact that it makes your truck go invisible, so you kind of glitch through. I was going to lift the Lo4f up with a crane and just kind of pop it back down in the sideboard, but the crane's acting weird. You can see it again in that footage. Like, I'm trying to retract the crane in and make it as short as possible the whole time, and it just keeps trying to lift the bloody thing in the air and then stretch the arm of the crane out, and then it, like, there's too much weight on the crane when it starts extending and it drops down to the floor. So yeah, it's just one of those things really that, I mean, again, it's like I said yesterday where they updated that CAT 745C to only be able to carry cargo containers or whatever. It's like, why on earth are they focusing on stupid stuff like that when yeah, there's like, I mean, the going through gateways, as I believe there was a short period of time where it was working fine for me, but that was probably around somewhere around Rift. I can't remember, but either way, it's been quite a while since it's last worked properly. It's always a pain in the ass because I mean, in case you haven't noticed by now, I like driving around with Dolphin and Lo4f, and yeah, every time I come to a bloody gateway, it's like, oh, for God's sake. Just, Lo4f's goddamn professional, so I can always get back in the sideboard, but it's just an extra thing that I don't really plan or want to do each time. I mean, yeah, this is exactly why I like using these two though. The Dolphin, put it in high range, it motors along through most situations. That mud back there catches quite a lot of trucks out, but yeah, even with the sideboard and a Lo4f on the back and everything, the Dolphin motored along pretty nicely. And then even now as well, all things considered, the Dolphin's pretty good at not tipping. I definitely got a bit of a lean on the go here, and yeah, I got Lo4f in the back, and that's got a roof rack, so all in all, and I've got a crane on as well, and it's doing pretty well. That's what you get with a goddamn professional and his mate. Yeah, that's why I came back to this my first playthrough again, because to be honest, one mission I was trying to do earlier was what's it called, Cousin Cletus or something on Drummond Island. You have to like go to select the mission, and then it says go and find 2 lots of oil barrels. I've scoured everywhere on the map. I even looked at, I didn't watch the video, but I seen like a screenshot of where on the map the barrels were supposed to be, and they're honestly just not on my map, so I don't really know. I was going to do it as like, this is a glitched mission, how and where to find them, but yeah, they're just not appearing on my map. I've drove to the locations that they appear to be for other people, but I'm having no such luck. Yeah, anyway, got the TZ fixed up, fueled up, everything else. Again, Lo4f's goddamn professional. See, if I'd brought something else, just be wary of things, not to single it out, but the Tatrin, for an example, has only got like 150 points on the roof rack, so you'd have to bring something else besides that. There's one thing is, with the cranes, it would be quite nice, you know, when you go to select the winch points, like now, as a prime example, It'd be nice if you could scroll through the winch points like you can with, yeah, just cargo or the winches or whatever. To be fair, I'm kind of glad out of any, if it's going to kind of... The default one it usually goes to is now the roof one, which isn't that bad to be honest, because... Yeah, you can generally use it for most situations. But yeah, it'd be nice if you could scroll through, because there's certain times where I'd want, like, the front end bumper just to scoot the front end round and stuff. Again, the crane is just being a twat now. I don't know what it's doing. I'm just trying to point the bloody thing forward and it just keeps just being a pain in the arse. I was saying to someone earlier, there's I reckon, like, kind of when they do the test server updates or whatever, I think they kind of secretly tweak and patch and adjust things on, say, the console version, and ends up unintentionally breaking things. I always tend to notice there's more bugs and that don't necessarily appear for very long, but in the like week or two building up to the next DLC, they seem to get more frequent. So I reckon they kind of... I was saying it's just a gut feeling, but maybe they're already kind of putting some of the update into the consoles, if that makes sense. They're obviously going to limit, like, not adding the maps and everything yet, but I think the whole behind the scenes thing they kind of tweak and adjust. And yeah, I just notice it quite a bit when different things keep happening. Like I say, the crane tonight has been particularly bad. It's just really not been working great for me. I've been using it on other situations as well, and yeah, it's been trolling me all bloody night. Anyway, we got the goods. I packed it on like that in the end with the TUZ because I didn't want to. I didn't want to kick the loaf out. The loaf is more important to me than this TUZ 166. But yeah, actually, kind of, if you wrap the crane around it a little bit like that, I've still got the winch attached to the loaf as well, so yeah, I've still got my winch spare beyond, like, the TUZ 166, but you kind of hold it down like that, like a bit of a rugby ball. I can't quite tuck the crane behind it, so I'll just use, like, the arm of it to punch it down. Yeah, but it's, like, it's pretty nice little gap to slip into. Definitely what she said. And yeah, worked pretty nicely, to be honest. I could have just brought a trailer or something as well and stuck it in there, or obviously I could winch it behind me, which you'll see at some point. Not so good there though, got a bit of an iffy bounce. Fortunately, the Dolphin fires up like a beast. And again with the loaf, I could easily flip my way back up now because I could just winch the tree with the Dolphin. What I wanted to try, just for the hell of it, look at it, both winch points, I'm like the tiniest amount off. If I rolled a foot forward or a foot behind me, I probably could have winched to either one. I just went to the back winch. See game? Yeah. Always find a way around it. But yeah, I wanted to try, if I could, to get the loaf back in the sideboard at the same time as flipping it. But I've got the autonomous winch on the loaf, and yeah, it's not quite got the same reach. Overall though, in fact, just quickly look, the loaf's going to return itself to its nose, and it would have sat back on its wheels. I've seen it do it time and time and time again, but I just didn't even wait. I stuck a winch on it. But yeah, overall with the loaf, I still prefer the advanced winch, but this has got the autonomous on at the minute, and the good thing with the autonomous winch, I already knew tipping would be a fairly high chance, because I was planning on keeping the loaf in the sideboard, the TUZ on me, and the crane, etc. So I kind of knew the situation. That's why I brought an autonomous with me. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get where you're going if you've got an autonomous winch on the loaf, because there's just not really a situation where you can catch it out. It's always going to have something to winch to and flip itself back. Even if I had to just winch to the Dolphin, I could have got myself back pretty easily. Anyway, heading back out the quarry now, and yeah, you just pretty much cross the road, go down this little mud path, and there's kind of like a house just in the middle of nowhere around here. So it's a pretty simple mission. It's nothing special. It's just, I'm kind of ticking the last couple of missions that I skipped and stuff. I still am convinced, like, apparently this Cliffhanger mission has been in the game since, I believe, the beginning, from what some people are saying, but I'm absolutely convinced I didn't have this until, I think it might have been either the Rift update or the Lake Coved update when I first found this. And the only reason I'm pretty sure is, one, because I'd never seen it, two, I suddenly spotted it on like the first hour when they did that update for me. And three, yeah, I've reviewed like near enough every vehicle. I'd probably done about 30 to 40 vehicles by that point. And I'd never seen the TUZ sat there once, and then as soon as I was like again, when the game had updated and I was doing my next review in the quarry, I seen it straight away and drove over there with a loaf, so I don't know, I'm sure it was missing for me, but like I said, there seems a few trolley strings though. That Cousin Cletus mission is, yeah, it's just having none of it. I really don't know what the deal is, but I drove up and down the beaches, I looked everywhere, I cannot find an oil barrel to save my life, so I don't know what the crack is with that. I don't know if I might just wait until they've like update, yeah, release the next DLC and everything and see if that changes anything. TUZ finally slipped out, but it's tough. I can get dragged along behind me now. It doesn't matter now if I smash it to pieces though, so it's the same problem. Should have thought of that before it slipped out of my little rugby ball setup. Oh yeah, another thing I was doing earlier today, just testing out for my own kind of curiosity, was that situation where you can like jump down to the bigger size tyre without putting the taller suspension on. I was trying that out on a few different trucks, and yeah, I tried it out in the Royal. I can't remember if I did in the end on the Twin Steer, and a couple of people have said as well, like they've tried it on all sorts, like the Don 71, the Lo4f. I mean, I assume it can work on pretty much everything that has like raised suspension as the option. You should be able to blag it and get the larger size tyres. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I quite like that because it's kind of, as I said to someone, the closest we can get to mods really for us on console. That's one thing I did want to do, was lower the suspension but have the bigger size tyres on it. So yeah, I think it was Dave for the save. I appreciate it for the info. I think a couple of people said it in the end, but yeah, I think he got in there first. He let us know. See, that trailer shit its pants. Couldn't handle the professional. And yeah, we got there in the end though. Is it 360 XP? Well, I don't know why I have to shrink it the one time I need to see the bloody thing. Not too bad for the XP though, considering it wasn't that. I just had to grab the TUZ and bring it there, run over that trailer just for thinking about it. I just wanted to park up here and have a little look, maybe for the thumbnail, and then within seconds kind of looking around like, I'm pretty sure I could make that jump. Got myself a Dolphin, got myself a Lo4f. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, it's sod it either way. We're attempting it. It needs to be done. Lo4f needs to uphold his honour. And as you can see, this is why you bring a goddamn professional with you. We went for the jump, Dolphin stopped, look at the Lo4f. Dismounts like a goddamn professional. Probably like how SEAL Team 6 got off the helicopter when they went and got Bin Laden. The Dolphin, for whatever reason, remained erect. Can't really blame it. I'd probably be the same way if I just witnessed such greatness from the Lo4f. But as you can see, the Lo4f just never gives up. This is why you can go wherever you like and the fun never stops. And especially because it's got the autonomous winch on it. Even if the Lo4f landed on its roof, I'm all good. Trying to get a little run up, give it a good tug. Don't know what she said. Off she goes. I mean, look at it. Goddamn professional, like a movie scene. James Lo4f just avoids danger at the last second. And of course, because this game loves to be a troll, go to tip it over, and it goes too far. Just too much horsepower for its own good. It doesn't know its own strength sometimes. And eventually, I started pushing it down the hill because I've still got the crane light stuck up quite a lot. Yeah, I was pushing it down the hill, and what I didn't want to do was kind of back the Dolphin up to those trees facing the other way. So yeah, did the old crane trick where you like restore the crane and it rolled over. We got out of there. Job's a good one. Stick the Lo4f back in and we're off for more good times. Give me a little love tap. Say thanks. This right now looks a lot harder than it looks. That's definitely what she said again. But yeah, I'm on a pretty steep hill at the minute, so trying to get that bloody thing more. Again, getting the Lo4f in was easy. With the crane though, every time it tries to auto extend, it's a goddamn nightmare at the minute. And we're away. Got his seatbelt on. Oh no! Don't do it to me, game. Look around like, right, Lo4f. Send in the Lo4f again. But again, with the autonomous winch, just easy mode. You're getting out of everything. But I think that's what, 2 or 3 times already that I would have been stuck, would have had to been recovering. And we flip it, and we're good to go again. What a goddamn professional. Get yourself a loaf. Anyway, that's about it for today though. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to my Patreon members, and I'll be back soon.